Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to start showing you how to play the chorus of Just the Two of Us. That's the famous spot that everybody would sing along with, where you'd go, just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us, you and I. That spot, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you the entry. You're going to have some similar pull-offs and fingerings as to the verse. Okay, so the just the two, that much is going to be fingered like this. Watch, third finger, then bring the third finger back, and then the E melody note, just the two. That's going to be the basic melody entrance. So now watch this. We're going to put a low E, then a second fret, okay, and then two of us. And when I go to two of us, I put the pinky down here. Okay. Okay. And then the next part, it's going to go to an F sharp 7, sharp 5 chord. Before I go on, let me show you from the verse the entrance of where we're going to transition from the verse to that. Okay, so going back to the last video, what I showed you was here it is. Okay. One more time. Okay. Now moving ahead, just the two of us. Oh, we can. That's the lyric. Oh, we can. So what you're going to do is you're going to come up now to the 5th fret and do a hinge bar. So you're going to try to get just the top note, but we're going to do it as a backstrike. That's a little tricky to get clean, but if you get another string in there, that's okay. And we're going to be ready, left hand's going to be ready for an unconventional B minor 7 voicing. So that's 2nd, 3rd, 6th with the hinge bar. So okay, and if that's a little dirty on the backstrike, that's okay, as long as the rhythm's right. Then we're going to do make it if we try. Okay, lower the bass. Then make it with the 4th finger. Okay. Okay, now watch. Open D string with the thumb and another bend. Same thing. Except this time we're gonna hammer there, or you can even hammer a hinge if you like. Or I do both. Whoops. There, that's better. Now watch this. 2 of these, boom, boom, all by themselves. And then we're going to do a backstrike. This is an imaginary F sharp 7 chord, but we're playing it. We're playing the bottom and the top separated. We're going, and then, so I've got these 2 notes. And I'm trying to only have those 2 strings. See? even guarding with my third finger. And now, okay. So that's the first 4 bars of the chorus. Okay, let me do that one more time for you. I'll try to do it a little bit slower so you can follow a little easier. A 1, a 2, a 3. Okay. Now, the second 4 bars is a little bit different. We're going to go, okay. Oh, just the two of us, because he sings it up there. The melody changes. And I do the open G. Now watch. I'm sliding from the E up to the F sharp, but I bar the 7th fret. Watch what I do. And then I go. Oops, sorry. Okay, let me show you that nice and slow. So this is not really a chord, it's the moving bass, but I've got the A minor voicing by itself. That's pretty ugly. But we're not hanging on that. Okay, then same thing. Okay, all together, this is going to take you some practice. And look inside yourself to be bluesy, greasy, slappy, and scratchy. It sounds like the 4 dwarves of fingerstyle guitar. Don't try to get this under the umbrella of correct and beautiful technique, because you got to think more like a slap funk bass player to squeeze these things out with the proper sound. Okay, so here we go. Here's the hook. Bang, and nice and slow. Ready? A 1, a 2, a 3. I'm going to do this one more time. I think there was a backstrike in there that I didn't point out to you. Okay, one more time. A 1, 2, 3. One more time. Whoops. Okay. So that gives you an idea of the hook. Okay, this is all, the hook and the verse are pretty tricky. You'll definitely need to practice. Go nice and easy. And like I said, you got to be a little gritty and be willing to scrape your knee, not hurt yourself, but meaning the expression, scrape your knees a little bit with this. These expressive things that are bluesy and funky, rather than a very proper kind of technique. Okay, let's go on. There's more. There's a couple of variations that I'd like to show you. Easy stuff. And then there's a solo section that I throw in based on Grover Washington's Mr. Magic. So let's keep going with the videos. Welcome back. This is a real short video, this one, and it's just to show you the littlest variation that happens on the second time through the verse. On repetitive R&B and funk songs, these little variations are something that you can bet record producers and composers rely on, because they add just enough variation so that things don't get too predictable. Okay, so and it's easy enough to play, and it's just a nice little bit of detail work that you can put on the verse. It's not so hard. At least I don't think it is. Okay, so the verse, we played the same two phrases for the 4-bar verse. We had been playing and now here's the variation. So it's instead of, or directly after that, we're going to go. That's a melody that fits on the B minor 7, but we're already starting a walk down bass line here. So we're going, see? This is what Bill Withers sings, I believe, on the second time through the verse. Let me play you the whole thing. I'm going to try to slow myself down so that you can follow. Okay, here we go. A 1, 2, a ready, and. Okay, and then at that point we're going to go for another hook. So okay, so I just wanted to show you that little verse variation. And so here's the plan. In the next video, I'm going to show you the solo break. And please don't worry if you're a little discombobulated with when things come in the song. Like, when does the intro come, or does the figure come back? Because I'm going to do, the last lesson is going to be on the complete form that I play in the song, and I'll play it down for you, and it'll also be in the help file. So right now I'm just showing you the different sections, and then we will piece them all together. Okay? Excellent. Let's go on to the next video where I show you what I do for the interlude. All right. All right, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you what I do as a third section of the song, because this is my addition to the song. very often I feel that it's important in a solo guitar piece to have enough different material. And this is not necessarily something you would need with a band, because if we had a band playing this with this very cyclical chord progression, we could still create a lot of interest. We could have different instruments doing solos. We'd have all the different colors of the different instruments, you know, percussion and bass and saxophone and, of course, vocals. But since I'm a little limited with that, I wanted to add a different color to what was going on by having a third section. And there's a really funky tune by Grover Washington called Mr. Magic. So I figured for people in the know who know that Grover Washington wrote and recorded Just the Two of Us, I believe he wrote it, that it would be kind of a tip of the hat to throw another Grover Washington tune in. And this groove is a groove that I really love, and it's a little tricky to play it on the guitar. I'm going to just sing it to you because on music paper, if you look at rests and note values, this stuff doesn't really make sense on paper. So just do your best with the groove that I'm going to give you. We're going to do a B minor 7 chord. So I'm playing the 3rd and 4th string at the 7th fret, and I'm playing 6th string. Usually I play it like that. And we're going to go to an E7 chord. When I say chord, it doesn't always have to be a guitar chord like that. We really just have a root 3rd and a 7th. Don't worry if you don't know what that means. And the groove is going to be this. Watch. Boom, 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 boom. Where I'm singing. Hear that? Ready? Ready? And boom, 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 boom. I'm going to sing it one more time. Boom, 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 boom. Now I'm going to play it. Ready? And bopped, 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 bopped. It's kind of tricky to play. You could also try it down here. That feels pretty good down there. And also, like, you know, sometimes index and middle feel okay, but sometimes when I got to get gutsy, it almost feels better to just smush the middle finger in, you know. Again, that's goes against what one normally thinks of as good technique, but hey, it works. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. So what happens in Mr. Magic is this guitar, the funk guitar comes in over that. And I've tried to emulate it. You might recognize it when you hear it. This would be bass and keyboards. This groove, bop, 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 that thing. And then there's this thing that sounds like and so I've tried to marry that with the bass groove, and it's tricky. And I have a very weird fingering, but the fingering actually makes it rhythmically feel better. So I'll show you what I do. Let me try to do this without, let me try to do this cleanly for you, and then I'll break it down. 1, 2, ready, and. Okay, so now here's what we're going to do. You're going to play that first note short and then a pull off. You don't need to hold it. Okay, you don't need to do that. And then fourth finger over here, because we got to get the pull off. Okay, I'm going to do this real slow for you. 1, 2, ready, and. So I play 2 of these, and then I switch to the second finger. See, I'm doing the pull off third to the first. Okay, and then I do some funky strumming on an E9 chord. Okay. Okay, so now I will shut up and just play the groove a couple times for you. Go back, 1, 2, ready, and. Now, okay, so I play the groove 3 times and then I do these changes. B minor 9, F9, E9. Okay, this transitions me back into. Okay. So now let me do the whole Mr. Magic interlude for you. Boom. Again, I'm playing a little bit slower than the way I normally perform it, just so you can see things go by. 1, 2, ready, and. Okay, so if this is tricky for you, how can I make this easier for you? You can leave out this whole section, or if you feel comfortable going, you can just jam on the chords a little bit. You don't have to do this whole. Because that's pretty advanced, and there's, you know, with that pinky over on the 6th string. But what I would like is if that rhythm, the boom, 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 if that's giving you trouble, I'd like you to work on that. Just do your best with that. Because that's a concept thing. Even if you play one note or one chord on that. So that's something I'd like you to work on. But I'm not going to hold you to this difficult technical thing. Okay? So let's go to the next video where I'm going to show you how I put the whole arrangement together and where all these different sections fall and how I end it. Okay. God bless. Greetings. In this lesson, I'm going to try to pull everything together now for you and show you the overall song structure. If you don't get it watching the video 100%, don't worry, because it's a lot to remember. You've got a help file here that you can download and put on your music stand or have in your guitar case and refer to. So I've shown you now 4 different sections. You know, we have this intro section, that thing. I've showed you the verse, that thing. I've showed you the hook, just the two of us. And I've shown you Mr. Magic, that whole thing. So those are 4 different chunks of information. And now we're going to kind of make a nice order out of that so that it's a musically satisfying arrangement. Okay. Quick disclaimer, especially on the intro, the fingering that I've showed you a couple videos back is brand new. I did it for you, the student. I'm kind of digging the simplicity of it, but if I accidentally jump into a fingering that you don't recognize, just don't worry about it, okay? Because my brain is programmed with the old fingering. As soon as this lesson is finished, I'm going to practice the new intro and get that into my system because I kind of like how it feels. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play this real slow, and like a sportscaster, I'm going to talk it down at the same time, and hopefully on the screen let you know which section we're in, just so that you can get an idea for the form, okay? So we're going to start with the intro. A 1, 2, 2. Now this is a slow tempo. This is not the performance tempo. This is tempo di lerno, as we call it, okay? A 1, 2, intro, and whoops. A 1, 2, now the verse. Same thing now. Hook. Verse 2. Now the variation. Hook. So this is the second chorus, remember? Now watch. Intro figure. Don't worry, I'll show you this. Mr. Magic. There was a transition. I'll show you when I finish. intro figure. Whoops. Now watch. I'll show you this. Okay, there was a few little transitions that I need to show you. Okay. Let's go to the beginning now, but that's the basic form. Let's go to how do we get into the Mr. Magic thing. Check this out. E minor 11. You're just going to play one note. Playing the A up there. F minor 9. I know it sounds a little bit out of the key, but don't worry. And then the F sharp 7 with a sharp 5. I'm just playing these two notes with my third and fourth finger because it sort of has a little more strength. You can play it like that if you want. So what's the idea behind this? We got a melody that's going bum, 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 and the bass is going bum, bum, bum. And so I made some harmony that would fit in between that. Let me just demonstrate it for you. It'll be easier than speaking it. So we've got the intro figure. This is the second time we're having this after the second chorus. So you know all this? Now same rhythm. See where that took us? So you're going bum, 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 and one more time. Okay, here we go. This is the second intro after the second chorus. And I'm calling it intro. Of course, it's not the intro of the song, but it's this little piece of musical material. Here we go. 1, 2, a middle of the song, and okay. Then our ending of the song is very similar. We're going to do twice. Now I just made a little variation. Watch. Same thing. Just E minor. What am I doing there? I'm doing... You don't have to do that if you're happy with that. This is a fancy C sharp 7 chord. It's just to add a color change. So if we're going... now watch. Okay. And then the same thing, but we now do this rubato. And then I just do the same chord, but with C in the bass. And then B major 7 with F sharp in the bass. I'm going to do the very last intro figure. It's not the intro because it's at the end of the tune, but we end the tune with this. I'm going to do it for you one more time, just so you can see it in action. 1, 2, ready, and. Again, variation. Now, So there you have it. That's my arrangement of Just the Two of Us. I look forward to hearing you play it. I look forward to any questions you may have. And I've tried to be as precise as I can be with something that's so feel-oriented and something that has so much built-in variation. But please feel free to contact me if anything is unclear, if you need help, or if there's a tricky spot that you want an easier solution to. Can't wait to hear you play it. Thanks so much for watching. God bless.